Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. I am the Golden Light Goddess, and I'm here to do a general reading for the sign of Cancer for the month of February 2018. These readings are a little later than I normally post them. The energy was just insane at the beginning of the month. Wasn't able to get my readings completed in the time frame that I normally complete them in. But I am here now to do a reading for the sign of Cancer for February. I will be using two decks today. The first one for the 5-card reading will come from Morgan Greer. And then we'll also be drawing a guidance card from Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light. Now, if you'll recall, last month we did general readings where I pulled a card for every month of the year for every sign, and your card for February is the 7 of Pentacles upright. The 7 of Pentacles is the harvest card. It's about things coming to fruition. It's about your hard work paying off. It's about growing, restoring, and finishing what you've started. So this is a great way to start off the energy, the overriding energy for Cancer for the month of February. So you're off to a good start, and we'll go ahead now and take a look at the rest of your cards for February to see what we have in store for Cancer. So calling on my guides, spiritual teachers, helpers, angels, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Cancer. Asking for 5 cards to look into the energy for the sign of Cancer for the month of February. Giving thanks in advance to all that is loving as we look at the energies. And giving thanks in advance for clarity, wisdom, and vision. Also, if you know your rising sign or your moon sign, I encourage you to take a look at those videos as well. The cards that you see on my table today will represent the cards that we're going to pull, the areas that we're going to look into today. So again, giving thanks to my guides, angels, and helpers and teachers for overseeing this reading and for the clarity that will result from this reading. All right, Cancer, that feels pretty good for Cancer. Let's go ahead and cut the cards, and let's take a look at your cards for February. All right, so let's start with the relationship card for Capricorn. I'm sorry, this is Cancer, not Capricorn. All right, so let's start here with your relationship card for Cancer. We do have the 8 of Wands coming in as your relationship card. Now, the 8 of Wands is all about very fast-moving, action-oriented energy. It's about quick changes and news coming in about your relationship. So relationships really can mean your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your spouse or your significant other, your relationship with family members and co-workers. It could be that there's a change coming on the financial front for Cancer is what I'm picking up here. In other words, this change, this news that's coming in may be in regards to business relationships versus love relationships. Of course, we're in the month of February, and here in America, we celebrate Valentine's Day in February. So it could be that, some cancers out there may actually be receiving a proposal yet this month for as it relates to your relationship. But again, this card is really about action. Some sort of change is in store for cancers as it relates to their relationship. And what I'm picking up now is that this is business oriented. And of course, these are general readings in nature, and you personally will know where this change, or when you see this news or action oriented change is happening, you'll be able to know, of course, what area of your life, which relationship is being impacted by this very fast moving action oriented energy. But again, I am sensing that this is business. This is not a love relationship where this news is coming in. But again, although it could very well be that for some cancers, but I'm sensing more heavily that this is some sort of business relationship, casual relationship, even, where you're going to be receiving some news about some, very quickly, I might add, about some action steps that you will be taking. So let's go ahead now and take a look at some of your other cards and see if we can hone in on that a little bit. So in the abundance area, you do have the Hangman coming up in the reverse. So when we see the Hangman upright, it's really a reminder that surrender is needed. But when we see the Hangman in the reverse, it's more feeling victimized, or like someone has really done something to offend you or hurt you in some way. And as it relates to abundance, of course, abundance can also mean more than just finances. Of course, there are many forms and ways to express and receive abundance in our life. But this is really a sense of feeling victimized. Really, it's what I'm picking up here. So it could be that the what I was just speaking about the business relationship, about some news coming in, and feeling like that was in relation to a business type of relationship there. It could be that that's what was causing you to feel victimized, is not receiving that news before now. Okay, I'm also drawn back to the Harvest card, reminding cancers that the time has come to reap the benefits, the fruits of your hard labor. So there may have been this feeling. This feeling may very well, and I'm really sensing that this feeling is really based in past energy, right? It's things that have happened in the past that are causing you to feel this sense of victimization today. But this is fast changing. This will quickly be changing, and I'm sure that the changes that you'll experience will turn this Hangman right around into a surrendered position there. All right. And we have more evidence of that with your next card coming out. In this card, this is your position, how you're seeing your circumstances, how you're relating to the energies that are up and active for you right now. And we do have the Ten of Cups coming in. And this is the family card, the happy family card at that. So this Ten of Cups is about love and support. So the way you're seeing your circumstances is, surrounding your and this also confirms what I was picking up here, that this news for many won't be a personal relationship, a love relationship. It will be more focused on some sort of business decision coming in. And this is further indicated by your current position. You're holding a position of a happy family, in terms of how you're viewing your immediate world. I felt both of these cards are not related. Both the cards here, your first two cards, both your relationship card as well as the abundance card, both of these are related to business in some way. They're not personal. You're not feeling victimized. I'm not picking up that you're feeling victimized based on personal relationships. These are related. These two cards are more business related because, again, we have further confirmation of that with your position, your thought, your outlook on your situation is that you do have a happy family. You do have people around you who support you and love you at a very personal level. And that's indicated with this particular Ten of Cups in your position. Now, your challenge card is coming in as the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about your intuition, all about your ability to tap into that internal storehouse of information and knowledge. So when I see this card as your challenge card, it means for me that you will need to first of all, trust yourself. That's number one and foremost. Trust yourself in the process of receiving information from an internal perspective. Trusting and seeing this card as a challenge card means that you're either not trusting the intuitive hits that you're getting about your situation, about your circumstance, or you're not pausing long enough to receive that information. So that's why this card is coming up in a challenge position for you, because you are being gently reminded here to trust the emotions, trust your feelings, trust that internal GPS in the month of February, because again, this is your harvest season. It is time for you to begin to reap the fruits of your hard labor, and one thing that will help you to do that is simply to trust yourself. All right. So in the advice position here, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is about give and take. Spirit is wanting you to be, because you're, again, coming into this harvest period, and you're going to need to be very mindful about balancing the give and the take. How much you have going out, versus what you have coming in, being very mindful about the boundaries that you have in place to prevent you from overdoing it when it comes to the people that you love, right? Because clearly you have a very happy and supportive and loving atmosphere when it comes to family life. So you just want to be very balanced in your giving and receiving here, is what the advice from Spirit is. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead now and take a look at your final guidance card for the month of February 2018. Calling on my guides, spiritual helpers, teachers, angels, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Cancer, asking for one additional guidance card to close out the reading for the sign of Cancer. All right, and as you saw there, one card jumped right out for Cancer. All right, so here we have Bridget. All right, inner strength. It says here, move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power, which is exactly what I was just saying about trusting yourself. Trust that your intuition is active and working perfectly. Trust the intuitive hits that you're receiving. Perhaps when this news comes in, this very fast moving, I felt business related news comes in, if you're questioning that at all, go inside and focus and look for those internal prompts to let you know that you're moving in the right direction with that. All right, so again, getting back to your final guidance card here is that inner strength, and that inner strength comes from trusting yourself, and it doesn't hurt at all that it's harvest time for you as well. All right, so that does conclude your reading for the month of February 2018. I do wish you great prosperity and love within the month of February and in every month going forward in the 2018. And I look forward to seeing you back here next month in March. Namaste.